Hey guys, Dr. Dan here, coming at you with an ankle fix for the week. Been seeing a lot of people who've been doing more running activities or getting back into sports now that COVID's starting to come to a close. You're getting ready for your fall preparation. Or if you're starting to get ready for some marathons, 5Ks, or you're just running in general for your health. Two quick things here we're going to look at for testing your ankle, making sure that you're not getting any of this posterior tibialis pain or medial shin splints. So first test, taking a fist, putting the fist down to the wall. You can kneel, you can stand, but with the fist, what we're looking at is with the knee bent, can you get your knee to the wall with your heel down while keeping somewhat of an arch or a curve in your foot. We're not looking for this arch to collapse. If your knee to get in towards your big toe, I want your knee staying out towards your pinky or your fourth toe. All right, so that's the first test. Our second test is going opposite foot to the wall, then toe to heel of the foot that you're trying to test, and then you're looking for your hip bone. So the top side, this bone right here, I'm trying to take that to the wall. Again, same thing, squeezing my hips. I'm gonna keep my knee nice and extended. I wanna look and make sure, am I keeping a supported arch here? Is my heel staying down as I drive my hip to the wall? If I feel this in other areas, like my back or the front of my hip, it's gonna show me limitations where my foot doesn't get adequate dorsiflexion or my toes can't come up towards my shin. So two clearing tests, those are also gonna act as your treatment. So your first one, taking that knee, making that fist, find that distance to the wall. Can you drive that knee towards the wall? As well as making sure it's going over your second and third and fourth toes, right? So I wanna go over the foot, I don't wanna go inside and collapse. I don't wanna go way too far out and lose contact with my big toe. All right, so our first one, knee to wall stretch. Second one here, taking a foam roller. You can take a Hydro Flask, you can take a rolling pin, whatever you got access to. We're gonna work on some of the tissues that get tight behind the knee. Namely, this is the gastrocsoleus complex. We're gonna roll through this area. You're gonna go across the muscle belly as well as longitudinally in the muscle belly, right? And we're also gonna work through the heel cords, right? So the Achilles, peroneals, some of that posterior tib. For here, I'm pushing some weight down into my foot. I'm gonna cross over with my opposite foot, and then I'm gonna roll left and right and just peeling those tissues away from each other, just getting a little bit of that fascial restoration, getting some blood flow, getting some of the fluids back in those tissues, all right? Our next one's here, because we really wanna focus on that posterior tib and the movement that we have there, we're gonna look at inversion, eversion of that foot. What we're gonna take is our little ball, whether you have a tennis ball, whether you have a golf ball, baseball, I like lacrosse balls, they just feel a little bit nicer. I'm gonna roll through this part of the leg. It's about 2/3 of the way up. It goes right behind the bony part of the ankle. All right, and it's gonna control a little bit of this open chain movement of inversion, eversion. So I wanna make sure I'm loosening up that muscle belly as it attaches to the bones. All right, the crest of the bone is here. Work along this part. I can actively move my foot through it. Oh man, feels pretty good. I can do plantar flexion, dorsiflexion through this area. And I'm moving down nice and slow, just treating this whole group of tissues. Guys, with this, we're working on mobilizing some things that are stiff and some that are tight, right? You should see a change after you treat that. A couple things we'll see this in, right? If you're squatting, deadlifting, powerlifting, crossfitting, if I don't have the adequate range of motion in my hips to externally rotate and get there, my knee is not gonna be able to translate over my foot, and then it's gonna start to dive in, and I'm gonna lose support. I'm gonna overpronate at my foot. My knee is gonna go into valgus, and this is what my squat position is gonna look like. So if your clients are doing this, make sure you're addressing that ankle as well as the hip, because it's not always a hip problem. Now that we've mobilized, let's make sure that we stabilize. All right, so one of my favorite drills, making sure I'm balancing on those 3 points of contact, big toe, pinky toe, and the heel. I'm gonna keep that active tripod of the foot, so I'm keeping that big arch heel toe. I'm gonna reach out forward. I'm gonna reach behind. And maybe I reach out to the side. So 3-way lunge reach, guys. All right, give those a shot. If you're starting to feel things loosen up, awesome. Make sure you do this before running.
We have people in the back
coming in. We got people who want to come in for physical therapy. That's awesome. Guys, Dr. Dan signing off. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.